Now let us discuss about SQL data types and SQL literals. Mainly the data types in SQL are classified into three types. The first one is numeric data types, second one is character data types, third one is date and time data type. First let us discuss about these data types in SQL, and after that we are going to see about SQL literals. First let us see about numeric data types. So numeric means it is a number. It may be integer or floating point number. So let us see about numeric data type. The first one is integer. It is useful in order to store integers. Integer means a whole number. It should not contain any decimal point. Okay. It is useful in order to store the integer numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So if you want to store integer numbers, then we have to use int data type, and the range of the integer is -2147483648 2147483647. If we want to store a big integer number, then we have to go for int. The second numeric data type is small int. It is also useful in order to store integers, but the range of small int is -32,768 to 32,767. So if you want to store a number in between this range, then we can go for small int. And the third one is tiny int. Tiny int is also useful in order to store the integers, but the range here is 0 to 255. So if you want to store a number between 0 to 255, then we can go for a tiny int. And the next one is a bit. It is useful in order to store the information in the form of the bits. We know the bit values. So bit value may be either 0 or 1. So here the range is from 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1. So we can store only two numbers, either 0 bit or 1 bit. Next one is decimal or numeric. Decimal or numeric accepts two parameters. Same. Decimal, numeric, both are same only. First argument is P, second argument is D. Here P stands for precision. So precision means how many digits we have to store, we want to store. And D stands for number of digits after the decimal point. If we want to store floating point numbers, then we can go for either decimal or numeric. Let me have a number like this, 10.23. So here the precision is, here how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. So precision is 4, whereas D stands for number of digits after the decimal point. So after the decimal point, we have 2, 3. So here 2. So D is 2, whereas P is 4. So P means maximum number of digits that we can store, whereas D means maximum number of digits after the decimal point. And the next one is float. It is also useful. Here the range of the decimal or numeric is -10 power 38 plus 1 to 10 power 38 minus 1. So here we have exponent value also. 38 is the exponent value. And let us see about the float. So if you want to store some higher floating point number, then we can go for the float. Here the range is -1.79 e plus 308. So this can be written as e power 308 to 1.79 e plus 308. This can be written as e power 308. So 308 is nothing but exponent value. And the last one is real. If you want to store a large floating point number, after this dot, if we have too many digits, if we have 10 digits, 20 digits, then we can go for the real. The capacity of the real is double to the float. Okay. And here the range is -3.4 e plus 38 to 3.4 e minus 38. Okay. So this is about numeric data types. So numeric data types are mainly useful in order to store the numbers. Generally we use int here. Why? Because what is the range of int? This is the minimum value, this is the maximum value. This up to this value. So we can store 10, 20, 255, 32,000. So all those numbers, it may be small int or tiny int or bit, all these numbers can be stored with the help of the int data type. Okay, why? Because here this is the maximum value. So this maximum value covers this value also. Okay, now let us see the second one. The second one is character data type. It is mainly useful in order to store the characters. Okay, mainly we have two character data types. The first one is char, second one is varchar. So it accepts size as the argument. So char means it is fixed size. It is fixed size. It is mainly useful if the size is fixed. If you take zip code size is fixed. Mainly it stores 6 digits. If you take phone number size is fixed. It may be 10 digits or country code means 2 digits. So 10 or 12. So in that type of occasion we can use the char. Let us assume that we declared size as like this, char of 10. So char of 10 means 10 characters will be allocated for the corresponding data type. Let us assume that we have stored only RAM, but 10 characters will be allocated for RAM. So RAM occupies only 3. So the remaining 7 characters are nothing but blank space characters. So that is the disadvantage of the char. Char is mainly useful if we know the size. We know the size of the zip code. We know the size of the mobile number. So in this type of occasions, we have to use the char. And the second one is varchar of size. Varchar means it is variable size. If we don't know the size of a particular column, then we can go for the varchar. So let us assume this example, varchar of 10, but here we given information as RAM, then maximum 10 characters. But here only we have given 3 characters. So for only 3 characters, the memory will be allocated. The memory won't be allocated for the next 7 characters. Okay. So here the memory space will be utilized more efficiently. Char means it uses static memory allocation, whereas varchar means it uses dynamic memory allocation. So at the time of the execution, depends upon our size, the memory will be allocated. Here we have only 3 characters. So only for 3 characters the memory will be allocated. The best examples are name. If you take name column, we don't know exactly how many characters we can store in the name. It may contain 3 characters, 10 characters, 30 characters, 50 characters, 100 characters also. Okay. Maximum size we have to specify. If it next one is email, we don't know what is the maximum length of the email. We don't know what is the length of the email. Okay. So that's why in order to store either name or email, we can use the varchar. So depends upon the size, the memory will be allocated. Let us assume that we have given RAM. Then what will happen? Only for 3 characters the memory will be allocated. And the last one is date and time data type. It is mainly useful in order to store date and time values. Here mainly we have 3 data types. Date, it is useful in order to store the date like this. Time, it is useful in order to store the time. Next one is date time. Date time means combination of date and time. In order to store both date and time, we use date time. And the last data type is timestamp. Actually, we have an object called data object. Data object was developed in 1970 January 1. So data object was developed in 1970 Jan 1. So if we use timestamp, then it will gives the number of milliseconds between 1970 Jan 1 and the current time. Okay. Number of milliseconds between 1970 Jan 1 and the current time. Okay. So these are the data types, numeric data types, character data types, and date and time data type. And the next concept is SQL literal. Literal means a constant, a value. We have different types of literals such as integer literals, character literals, string literals, and decimal literals, date time literal. So mainly we have 4 types of literals. So integer literal means it is an integer value. It may be 5 or 23 or some 259, some integer value. In order to store the integer values, just we can use this one. Integer literal means it is an integer value. Literal means a value, a constant. Next, character literal means a single character which is enclosed in the single quotation. It may be either alphabet or it may be either digit or it may be either symbol. Here at the rate is a symbol. We have to enclose a single character within the single quotation. And the next one is string literal. String literal means a group of characters which may be enclosed either in single quotation or double quotations. So let we have ABC. So this is a string literal, or we can use double quotations, or here the string contains not only alphabets, it contains some symbols also and digits also, AB12 @ This is a string literal. And the next one is decimal literal. It is mainly useful in order to store the floating point numbers. So 12.34, or we have decimal exponential notation also. So 9e⁻ +38. If you want to store a floating point number, which may be some decimal number or exponent value, then we can use the decimal literal. And the last one is datetime literal. Datetime literal means we have to enclose the date or time or date and time within the single quotation. Okay, datetime literal means it is date or datetime means mainly it contains what? Date as well as time. We have to enclose that in the single quotation. So this is about SQL data types and SQL literals.